Hello, this is FortDefender, and welcome back to yet another Pokemon video. Today we're going to be doing the 10 most overpowered Pokemon in Super Smash Bros. So let's get going. Okay, so like I mentioned, today we're going to be doing the top 10 most overpowered Pokemon in Super Smash Bros. And we're going to start number 10 with Zoroark. I think Zoroark is just insanely overpowered because when you throw it out, it will go and find an opponent, and it will try 3 times to grab them. If it does, it will use almost an ultimate smash like Greninja and hit the target multiple times in the air where they cannot avoid the damage no matter what, and then it'll end it with a pound to the ground that almost always kills the opponent once they reach like 50% damage or more. So it's very overpowered and very hard to avoid, especially if you're not paying attention. Number 9 on this list will be Latias/Latios. They're pretty much the same. When either one is thrown out, they appear in front of the screen, whichever one you got. Then they go sideways across the screen, swiping enemies and launching items across the field in whatever direction that they're going. It is very overpowered, and it can knock enemies all over the place. And if it hits them, it does big damage. Number 8 on this list is Lunala, who uses Moongeist Beam to attack enemies 3 times. You'll see where it's targeting before it attacks from a distance, but if you are unlucky and you end up in the beam, it does insane damage to any opponent in the path of the Moongeist Beam. Number 7 on this list will be Giratina. This is Giratina in its altered form. And what happens with the Giratina is that it slides to one side of the arena and then uses a whirlwind, I would assume, and it blows enemies in that direction. If they're not careful and they're at the height of the wind, then they'll be knocked off the stadium, carried away, and automatically killed. But you have to be very careful with the path. It will do it 3 times, but if you're above the path, you'll be fine. But I think with the potential to be an automatic KO, Giratina earns its spot here. 6 on this list will be Solgaleo, and that's because Solgaleo uses Sunsteel Strike 3 times, targeting an enemy, and it will blast fire, a big wave of fire at that enemy, and it can carry them away. If they're at the top of the screen, it'll carry them away to a KO at low percentage. Lower on the battlefield, it can deal high damage and knock them out that way. So I think it deserves a spot here. Number 5 on this list will be Kyogre. And Kyogre uses what I assume would be water gun or hydro pump maybe, and it uses it as flying around the stadium. It will blow water at the enemies, pushing them back and pushing them off the stadium effectively. If the opponent does not have a good recovery, it'll be very hard for them to come back, and they'll most likely be knocked out from that. 4 on this list is Marsh Shadow. Believe me, this one took a really long time to get because it's only in certain stadiums and it's a pretty rare find, but it will appear as a little shadow underneath the opponent, pop up, stun them, and then hit them with a powerful punch 3 times. I think this is just insanely good because when the opponent is stunned, that allows you to charge up whatever attack before Marsh Shadow, use whatever item on them if you're using items, and I think it just allows a big opening to attack your opponent and knock them out quickly. Number 3 on this list is going to be Exonius, and that's because the thrower will get a special buff that allows them to launch enemies even further, hit them even harder, and it's a lot easier to get knockouts. And I think this is in the 3rd spot because it lasts a while and it can allow you to attack multiple enemies or even damage a 2nd time once the opponent comes back in. Number 2 on this list is going to be Caldeo, and that is because when it comes into the battlefield, it starts using what I would believe is the Sacred Sword to attack enemies. It will swipe upwards, hitting them very hard. The closer you are, it seems to do more damage, but it is very easy to get knocked out by this attack, and it lasts multiple times. So even if the enemy spawns in again, it can hit them again, which is why I think it's so powerful, is because it can get 1 KO and then even deal more damage. So I think that's why it earns the number 2 slot. Number 1 on this list is going to be Arceus, and that is because Arceus uses what I would assume is gravity on the opponent, and if they're outside the arena at all, above open air, they'll be pulled instantly down, automatic KO, no matter the percentage. Arceus can do this 3 times, so if the opponent was just really unlucky, spawning really quickly, jumped off the side, they'd be knocked out 3 times. So I think Arceus has the greatest potential here for messing up your opponent and dealing the most amount of KOs if you can set it up right. Guys, that's my top 10 most overpowered Pokemon in Super Smash Bros. I wanted to go over that. What do you guys think? I also really wish there were shinies that could appear in Super Smash Bros. I don't believe there are. It'd be real cool if they did. But yeah, guys, what'd you think? Let me know. Hope you enjoyed the video, everybody. And if you liked the video, I really appreciate if you hit that like and subscribe button. Thanks for watching.